Hi, so we're looking at data sufficiency questions based on logic. So what will be the code for big? If you look at only the first statement, I don't get anything. There's no big mentioned anywhere. If I look at the second statement, big is common in the two, and the only word common is big. So if you look at the code, only code common is ZE. So we can say big stands for ZE. So only statement 2 is sufficient. So E answer in this case. So big is common in the 2. So automatically we can from the second statement get the answer that big stands for ZE. 5 lectures are to be conducted between Monday to Friday. So history lectures we want when it is conducted. English is conducted on Tuesday. If you look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Tuesday is English. So English is conducted on Thursday, sorry, and immediately after philosophy. But we don't know when is history conducted. If you look at second statement, physics lecture is not scheduled on a last day. So physics is not on last day. Physics, philosophy. Physics is not on last day. And 3 lectures are conducted after chemistry. So chemistry will be on Tuesday. So only second also you don't get the answer. But if I combine the two, so you can make out chemistry on Tuesday, Wednesday, philosophy, Thursday, English. Physics is not on Friday, so physics has to be on Monday. So history will be on Friday. So if I combine the two, I get the answer. So both statements are required. Individually, I don't get it. But the moment I combine the two, I can make out that history will be on Friday. And that gives the answer. 6 friends are sitting around a circular table. So let's look at who sits exactly between Charu and Riti. So Barka sits second to the left of Riti. Barka sits second to the left of Riti, and Charu and Barka, one person sits. I mean Charu has to be here. Between Charu and Barka, exactly one person's left. That's the only place. Can't be at a place of Riti. So has to be on this side, Charu. With the second statement, you don't get the answer because nothing is mentioned about Charu. If you look at the second statement, there are one person between Charu and Riti, but nothing is mentioned about Charu, so I can't find a place of Charu. There are only 4 people mentioned out in the second. So I can't find out exactly where Charu is sitting. Now let's combine the two. Agrima sits immediate right of Barka, so A will stand here. Sit here. Then there are 2 people sitting between Elena and Riti, so Elena will come here. 2 people between that. So automatically last person will sit here. And that is the person who is sitting between Riti and Charu. So combine the 2 statements, you get the answer. So both 1 and 2 are sufficient. So combining the 2 statements, I can find out who seat. I think Faiza. So from that I can get the answer. Combine the 2. Song. Look at where song is. The only place song is out here. Unmute the song. Nowhere else. And unmute the is nowhere present nowhere else. Nor unmute, nor the, nor song. So I cannot find the code for song because I have to eliminate unmute and the or find a code for song. But nowhere song is mentioned and nowhere unmute and the also mentioned. So both are not sufficient to answer the question. So C option. Which one is the heaviest? So let's look at first statement. C is heavier than E and lighter than A. C is heavier than E and lighter than A. Only one person is heavier than B. But we don't know who. It could be A who is a higher or D. This could be A or D. We don't know about that. So with first you can't answer the question. Second, 2 people are heavier than A. So with A, there are 2 people heavier. And E is the lightest. C is the heaviest. And C is not the heaviest. And only one person is heavier than B. And B is second. And since C is not the heaviest, C has to be 4th. And D has to be the heaviest. So automatically we can from the second statement you get the answer. That only D can be the heaviest. So automatically the answer is only statement 2 is sufficient. Right? Hope it's clear. Thank you.